Hey everybody, welcome to another round of Young 78 Game Reviews. Today I'm going to be taking another look at Child of Light for the PS4 and for the Wii U. I'm doing kind of an oddball comparison right now. I'm actually going to be talking about the differences not necessarily in the graphics of the game on screen, but in the off-screen capabilities, the Wii U controller and also the PSvita, via the PSvita. So let me go ahead and switch over to the Wii U first. Now, I will have to note that I am comparing the actual Wii U version of the game to the demo version of the PS4 game. Graphically speaking, both games are pretty much on par with each other. There are some slight advantages to the PS4 version. I say slight because you're not really going to notice them, playing them on the main screen. One thing that I did notice was probably mostly in the title screen, which I'll show you right now before I actually start playing the game. If you look closely, the Wii U version, which I should have up right now. Now, it's not happening now, but what will tend to happen is a flicker will come up around this section of the Wii U game. And on the PS4 rendition, let me go ahead and switch back real quick. Same game, the PS4 rendition. As you can see, there are 0 issues. And again, it's not really showing up right now, so I guess it's not really the fairest comparison in the world. Also, I'm using a camera here. One thing that I will note from a gameplay perspective, I can see none between the two versions, except for minor differences, nitpicking, stuff like that. You're not going to notice the 720 versus 180p difference. I mean, the Wii U version does upscale, and I know that the PS4 version does downsample or downscale it to 1080p. So anyway, let me go ahead and talk about the 2 key differences that are the most important in this. And this is the off-screen play via the PSvita and the Wii U controller. Let me first start off by saying that both features are pretty cool, although one does win over the other. And while the importance of the feature is being extremely downplayed, I'm going to turn this on again. One major issue that the PSvita version does have over the Wii U rendition of the game is not so much in the details, but in the choppiness. When I say choppiness, I'm not talking about on screenplay, I'm talking about via the Vita. When you're playing on the Vita itself, it becomes quite choppy. And what I mean is, it's just not smooth. I'm going to run around here, and I know it's a bit blurry using this camera, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. But hopefully you guys can see it. Just gonna run around. Now it's very hard to notice right now, but I assure you the problem is definitely there. You should have saw it just now. Let me go ahead and switch over now to the Wii U version. And switch the screen as well. And give me a second. I do want to mention that this is being played on a DLP TV, and I do apologize for using zoom capabilities. Normally I would do direct screen capture, but unfortunately I do not have the capabilities to do that with my Wii U at the moment, just the PS4. Alright, let's go ahead and go here. Alright. So what you're looking at right now is the Wii U version of the same game. Go ahead and point out, and we're going to look at the game on the off-screen TV play. Let me go ahead and zoom back out on this camera. I'm try and give you the clearest possible view as I can. Now, while you can't really see it on the camera I'm using, it's 6 years old, guys, so I do apologize. One thing that I will point out right away is that the Wii U version of the game, especially when you're playing off-screen, runs a hell of a lot smoother. Now, another neat feature about the game that's extremely underplayed is the touchscreen capabilities. The Vita does include them as well, so let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. Normally when you're playing the game, you're going to control your character via the analog stick, but you see that little blue orb there? That you can control with your finger. Now, while this may seem very insignificant, when you're actually doing boss battles and running through different stages, there's these little plants that linger here and there. You'll use this thing to basically tap it on the plant and it'll release like power orbs or recharge orbs. And during actual boss battles, if you put this on the girl as you're fighting, it recharges your power. Now, the problem with the Vita version of this, it kind of makes it difficult to multitask while you're using it, but with the Wii U version of it, it allows you to do it with ease. And that's part of the reason being is the size of the screen itself. That and the screen runs extremely smooth. Now, I do want to point out the feature is also on the Vita, but as I said to you before, it's not as smooth. So let me go ahead and show you the Vita version of it real quick. So definitely smaller screen's a bit of an issue with the Vita right now, especially for recording purposes. But you can take the thing across and you can collect it just like you can on the Wii U version of it. But once again, because of the small controller and the smaller screen size, it makes it less comfortable when doing so. In terms of presentation, I'll be very frank with you guys, both games look absolutely the same. There's almost zero difference in graphics. A few things here and there, mainly in the lighting, color saturation, stuff like that, but overall the game runs extremely smooth on screen. Off screen, it's a different story. Vita version suffers big time in my personal opinion. If you don't believe me, take your Vita version, play it, you'll see what I'm talking about. It does have some choppiness to it. On the other hand, the Wii U version plays flawlessly on the gamepad with zero choppiness, zero lag. It's very comfortable in the hands, especially when you're playing, and you're able to multitask both with your finger and while you're holding the analog stick. Now, I can't really show you right now because I'm holding the camera at the same time to give you a better idea. Maybe I can. Give me 1 second here. Let's see if I can angle this camera in a way that makes more sense. Link, come here real quick. Gonna call for the aid of my daughter. I want you to hold the camera just like this. Can you do that for me? Yeah, don't move it. Alright, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. Make sure you're looking at it. Looking at it?
I can't see her. My back is getting hurting.
Oh. Zoom on down here real quick. Now right now what I'm kind of doing is I'm looking at mainly at the screen here, but I'm trying to prove the point that it's just easier to use while you are playing on screen and while you're using the touchpad at the same time. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway guys, that's just to show you the differences between the Wii U version of the game and the PSvita or the PS4 version of the game. I personally prefer the Wii U version. All around, graphically speaking, the PS4 version definitely does have the upper hand, but only by a slight margin. So if you do own both consoles, I would personally recommend the Wii U version over the PS4 version. That and the Vita off TV play, you need a PS Vita for that. Obviously not all PS4 owners own that, so that kind of deters from it. And I'll be honest, another thing I want to mention as well is the touchpad on the PS4 controller compared to the Wii U is absolute crap. So anyway guys, if you do have both systems, do the comparison yourself and you'll see what I'm talking about firsthand. Young 7 Yang, out.